Hey everybody, welcome to the final part of the Knuckles Chaotix Let's Play. Uh, this is it, everyone. We're going to finish up the rest of the levels and take out the final boss. But first we got to get the guys I want to use. Alright, Mighty and Vector. As I mentioned it in the previous part, I like to use these two the most. I don't know, they just strike me as the most fun. And plus, and because of his history and how he was used, Mighty can always use a bit more love, huh? Well, so much for Vector. Okay. I may have to experiment with that one day off screen. Mighty seemed to have better momentum and movement when Vector was quote unquote when Vector was quote unquote out of the level. So as you can see, and I'm pretty sure I showed it off before, yeah, Mighty's wall jump is kind of broken. He clearly watched Mega Man X. And possibly speedruns of Super Metroid. You're supposed to jump there past me. Well, you almost did it. You can do it past me? Dope. Vector. There we go. Hey, look what I can do. This isn't the first game where Mighty, wow. This isn't the first game where Eggman used rings as a power source. The next time we will see this is in Sonic Advance 3. Okay, that was a nice jump. Whee! Alright, we'll just go over here, I guess. Remember, team, we don't really need rings. Okay. I have absolutely no idea where we're going. And that's alright. Yep, Vector's probably the one who's the most running animations in this game because of that brief bit when he looks at us, the player. Also, I didn't think much about my character selection. Maybe it's a subconscious thing. I doubt it. But, hey, look, everybody. It's Mario and Luigi. If we could ride Vector, then it'd be Mario and Yoshi. But you get the point. It's only Mario and Luigi because, well, they're red and green and Vector's taller. It's a shame that Sega said that we'll never see characters like Mighty and Ray in a 3D space, because I'd like to see how Mighty gameplay could work in a 3D based game. He may start it off as a Sonic clone, but his description says he's really strong, so you can incorporate something. Come on. No, well, yeah, guys, go down these things. Alright, cool, now we got a boss fight. We'll call it the egg something. I don't know, the egg merry-go-round? See, you just have to hit that blue soother looking thing, and I only call it that based on its outside. A pacifier. Or a handle. Anyway. This is literally all you gotta do. Do what you can to avoid the merry-go-round, really. Or just tank the hits. Well, Eggman's like, oh crap! And then he Zoidberg's out of here. You know, why aren't we going after him? So there'll be no character changes in this part whatsoever. I'm just going to be sticking to these two. I'm curious, actually. I don't recall. Techno Tower, level 5. Okay, so we'll be fighting yet another boss. The nice thing, actually, I could safely say with Knuckles Chaotix, because of how you handle the levels and how you go to each level, technically speaking, every playthrough can be different. Now, I wouldn't be that surprised if there was people out there who did runs of the game and they'd never touch the amazing arena until all the other levels were done. Ow. What are we trying to do? Crap. Okay, cool. We'll just take that and go. Oops, we need that. No, go back, thank you. So, yeah, this thing, we're just gonna ride on this giant drill that makes this wall fall apart and dissipate like a Digimon being deleted. Okay. And now we were because the item made a switch, so now we got Mighty the Wrecking Ball. That's a shame. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, the tether mechanic is weird. It's making you do some of the weirdest crap. Alright. Well, at least we're mostly safe unless the thing blows up. It doesn't, by the way. I do appreciate that this game does have little cutscenes. Okay, so now there's just no point to care. There we go. And I'm sorry, there's not much I can say about these bosses. You just kind of, except for the first one except for the first one at Botanic Base, because like I said, that one gave me the most shit. And I can definitely see some stuff about the final two bosses. Just unfortunately, all the other bosses, yeah, there's not much to say. Tank hits and attack. All right, well, let's see. Well, what act are we on? Act 5. Okay. Dough. Just back at the start. Come on, guys. All right, cool. They weren't gonna make it that easy for us. But it looks like we just have to go straight up. What are you doing? Yeah, sometimes just the button used to climb is just not responsive for insert reason here. Dough. Oh yeah, this sucked. Can even jump over some spikes. We just had to wait it out. We're gonna make it! We're gonna make it! Alright, so now that we got what we came here for, now we can get the hell out of here. Hopefully. No, I didn't want to hold you. Go away. Ow. Yeah, I think actually Mighty can scale walls the fastest. Followed by Espio. Just Espio can literally run on on literally everything. Yeah, the thing. Yeah, so now we're playing as Vector. And we'll be Mighty again in a second. There you go. When in doubt, just keep climbing up. And then let the tether mechanic make you do stuff that makes no sense. Don't get me wrong, it was a neat idea. Okay. I don't know if this game was rushed. I'd like to think it wasn't, but maybe it was. Maybe it needed just a tiny bit more time to stew. Or incentive to bring the game back and just kind of fix a couple of the things. Like make improvements, kind of like all the ways we can play the first couple of Sonic games. With that one mod, I think it's called Angel Island Collection or something like that. And then there's the Origin, and then there's Sega's released. Then there's Sega's Sonic Origins Collection Plus. So for whatever reason, when I was battling this guy, I just sucked. Oh well, we beat him. Didn't even look like I was trying to tank the hits, it just looked like I was getting my ass kicked. Right now we only got one zone left. And possibly 2 acts. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we still got like 2 acts. Actually, if you want to be super technical, 3. We got this one, 4, and then 5. Ugh. Well, hopefully they just go by very fast. Okay, what was that, Vector? I'm just gonna keep running it into this thing, you know? What do you think about that, Mighty? Mighty's like, I think you got a few screws loose, Vector. And Vector can be all like, loose? Loose? No, they're missing. Well, that's even more concerning. Alright, cool. Yeah, get on it, Sega or Sonic Team. Well, both. Make this game, bring the missing Sonic games into modern consoles, please and thank you. Your Sonic fans would appreciate it. And like I said in a previous part, there's only 3 of them missing. They're always porting the Game Gear games over, not their Master System equivalents for some reason. Yeah, we just need to bring this, Pocket Adventure, and Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. When you, like I said before, that last one might be a bit tricky. Just because of how it played. But I'm curious on how it will play on an emulator. Okay. Actually, really, all we need now is literally the rings we're holding. We don't need any more. Unless you want a good score. If you happen to run into them, great. If not, cool. Nope. If you're watching this Let's Play, and my other Let's Play around this time, you might think that well, hang on. Sorry, let me rephrase. If you're watching this one, you'll probably also see that another Let's Play, depending on when you're watching this, is being uploaded. You might think I have some kind of aversion to just bonus stages. No, they just don't fall into my play style, and it also depends on what they offer or what they do. In this case, like I said before, the bonus stages, much like the special stages, drain your rings. Fine, but not when you're trying to have rings to get to the Chaos Rings. Anyway, now we gotta do one more round of this zone. Time for Act 5. It's level 5, you and Culture Twine. It's always gonna be Act 5 to me. Marina Madness. With a name like that, that would suggest this level's hell. Like, where a lot of shit is going on, or you're having to go really fast. But I haven't seen us go really fast this entire Let's Play in this stage, so... yeah. But yeah, enemy placement in Knuckles Chaotix is weird. If you know the ideal routes, there's a good chance you may not run into any badniks, or maybe one or two. Or you'll just simply bypass them. Woo! Yeah, that'd be a fun little challenge for somebody to do, but it might not be doable considering how some of these levels work. Using a mod or a hack. Oh, okay. Anyway, using a mod or a hack to play the entire game, to play through the entire game as Heavy and Bomb. I don't think it'd be doable because of some of the areas in every zone that require you to fly or climb. Yeah, I don't think it'd be doable, sadly. Alright. Final boss of the stages. It's a giant gem. Whoa! See if you can beat this mech, you meddlesome Chaotix. Vector, we might want to do something. Oh, shit! He was too focused on listening to his tunes. Reminds me of people I know. Even me to some extent when I was younger. So yeah, just tank the hits. And there you go. So now with that boss out of the way, we'll just call it the egg gem or something. We'll just now it's time to fight the penultimate boss and the final boss. No stages, how odd. Oh, hi, Metal Sonic. Let's kill a character that looks kind of like Sonic and the weird crocodile. So, the way this gimmick works is if you land on the X... Ouch. If you land on the X, Metal Sonic will get hurt. But if you land on any of the other numbers, an attack will be done. Strangely enough, just stay to the... Because you have no rings here, just stay to the left side, strangely enough. Is your best... Is the best place to be. Especially when it comes to this attack. But I haven't learned that strategy yet. At the time of this bit in the Let's Play. What the? It hit Vector and yet... Oh, see, there you go. I figured it out. See? And every time you land on that X, he gets hurt and a screen goes out. Oh! And there you go, he's done. So now we go on to the final boss. Everything falls apart. Metal Sonic returns to Eggman being like, well, shit, I got defeated by an armadillo and a crocodile. So Eggman's like, I have an idea. Let's use this. Come on, let's go. Come on. So now Metal Sonic is literally suddenly somehow Kaiser Metal Sonic. We won't see this boss again, this version of Metal Sonic again until Sonic Mania and Sonic Mania Plus. But anyway, that's not important. The gimmick is to attack his arms first. One arm down. So now he's going to go into the background. And he's going to try to crush us with his other hand. I wouldn't say this boss is hard. Just takes a lot of hits. Damn it, Vector. Wanted to get away. He's like, I'm gonna get you. Air. 404. Air. So now he's lost both of his arms. Now he's gonna go to this side and charge up a laser. Vector's duck animation is going to be probably my favorite duck animation. He's like, ooh, what are we listening in on? Ow. Alright, let's move over here and let him come over to us for a minute. Literally, yeah, this is all you gotta do. He's not hard. Though in my playthrough of the game before I did my recording, I had Heavy with me. That was kind of funny to have him just run into the arms. Yeah, in that part, when I did that playthrough, I used Mighty and Heavy at the end. It was just who I wound up with when I picked a character right before the final fight. And that was Knuckles Chaotix, everybody. Cool! And the only time we see Sonic in Knuckles Chaotix is here. And if you notice, with Sonic, his legs are skin colored rather than blue like they usually are. But yeah, I do recommend Knuckles Chaotix to everybody, especially if you're curious about something like the 32X. Or if you're a Sonic fan and you haven't yet tried it, I would recommend it then for sure too, regardless of how samey the levels can get after you get all the Chaos Rings. I recommend, unless you're just very unlucky, try to space out the Chaos Rings. But don't necessarily do what I did. But if you do, go up. Then that's you. But yeah, I like this game. It doesn't get enough love as it probably needs because it needs to come back to modern consoles. And I hope one day we will get it, but it's not looking very likely. And yeah, so next time we'd see the Chaotix would be in Sonic Heroes, and it would just be SBO, Charmy, and Vector. Mighty wouldn't be seen again until Sonic Mania alongside Ray the Flying Squirrel. And we have yet to see Heavy and Bomb again, who I think if they got creative could give them interesting move sets if they brought them back as playable. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this Let's Play. I very much enjoyed making it. I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and I guess hype the video if you like this video, and you all take care, and I'll see you in the next Let's Play. Bye.